Hi, hi everyone. My name is again Abiodun, and I'm back. I'm back with a very short video. People start throwing me questions, and I get, I get to maybe I should via into immigration because I have a lot of experience in immigration. So a lot of people get to throw me questions, asking about one or two starters about relocating out of Africa, specifically Nigeria. You can be from Ghana and all that. So somebody threw a question to me, via my YouTube channel, asking me that he has a valid US B1 B2 visa, which is just a visitor's visa. B1 B2 visa is a visitor's visa to temporarily come to the US for maximum of 6 months, visiting, you know, come from a conference or whatever, and go back to your own country. The person was asking if with that same visa he can cross over to Canada, because of course Canada shares um, same border with the US. You can actually drive into Canada. You can fly into Canada. It's under 3 hours, depending on the state where you're going to. You can. I drove into the US from Canada, so it was a pleasure ride. Someday I'm going to. Maybe I should do a video about my journey from Canada into the US. So he asked me about if he can use his B1 B2 visa to cross into Canada. And this is my response to him. Canada is a country of its own. It's a country on its own. The US is a country on its own, having different laws and guidelines in how their immigration works. Same applies to Canada. A US visa is meant solely for the US. A US visa cannot apply to another entity like Canada, Norway, Germany, or something. No, because they share borders does not mean that you have automatic rights to come into Canada with a B1, B2 US visa. Canada has its own visitor's visa, which you need to apply for. And when you apply for a Canadian visitor's visa, they were going to give you the number of months that your passport is going to expire. That's the number of months they're going to give to you. So if your passport is going to expire in 10 years, they will give you 10 years visitor's visa. So if your passport remains 6 months to expiration, they're going to still give you 6 month visa. So if you're lucky to have a 5 years expiration date on your passport, you're going to get a 5 years visitor's visa for Canada. So it is categorically no. You cannot use a US B1 B2 visa to cross into Canada. You probably have to apply. You definitely have to apply for a visitor's visa into Canada. Now, um, what I know that you can actually do is when you get to the US with your B1 B2 visa and you love to stay in the US, or your status changed, or your intentions changed, or you fell in love with someone, or you decided that, oh, I want to take education in the US, you can actually change your B1 B2 visa to a permanent or migrant visa, such as a F1, that's the student visa, which will span throughout the lifetime of your study. If you're studying for 4 years, the F1 visa will be for 4 years. If you're studying for 2 years, it will be for 2 years. And if it is it's a change of status because of marriage, or you fell in love, then you're going to get a green card, which will be maybe the first 3 years of green card, which is temporary green card, before they give you a permanent visa, a permanent green card. But that you will use a B1 B2 visa of the US to cross into Canada is categorically no, except you want to go and do what we call refugee. and then you are going to pass through, you know, illegal channels to get into Canada, and then raise up your hand and file for, you know, refugee status. Like people say, oh, Kawasoke, or you lift your hands up and say, hey, I want to come and be a refugee in Canada. Most people, you know, get to do that if they feel that they prefer Canada to the US with their B1, B2 visa. But I don't encourage that. I wouldn't encourage that to anyone. Abiodun, has been successful in getting legally the legal paper of Australia, Canada, and the US. And it's simple. It's everything is on the government website. You just need to be able to take your time to read and study exactly what the requirement, what they require, and then you just, you know, give it to them. And it's a DIY. You can do it yourself. You don't need a representative. You don't need a lawyer to get immigration benefit in all of these countries. That simply answers my question. I will do a video on my travel to the US from Canada. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye.